This is Media Watch, a look at what's making news here in the Chinese media. The city of Beijing is firmly in the age of the car, with 2/3 of the city's households now owning a private vehicle. That's according to the Global Times, which says the Beijing Municipal Development and Reform Commission wants to ease the burden on the city's roads caused by the capital's estimated 4 million cars. Now, to achieve this, it plans to raise downtown parking fees and promote the use of public transport. 5 subway lines connecting the outskirts to Beijing will be finished within the year. However, officials have ruled out limiting the number of private cars allowed in the city and say they'll even encourage the purchase of private cars as the auto industry generates substantial tax revenue. Not everyone agrees, though. A number of experts say the problem lies in planning and management and have even called for the congestion fees to be implemented. Now, an alleged hacker accused of manipulating national exam scores through a computer virus has become Beijing's first man to stand trial on hacking charges. 30-year-old Meng Lingjian is charged with destroying a computer information system, a crime introduced by legislators last year and aimed at hackers. Sina.com reports that the former Beijing Education Examination Authority technician admitted accessing the authority's database via a Trojan virus program from his home computer. But he denied developing the virus program himself. If found guilty under the new law, he could face 3 or more years in prison, as well as a hefty fine. Now, a year after a dramatic blaze ripped through Beijing's unfinished CCTV complex, tighter controls on fireworks are to be enforced during this year's Spring Festival, the Chinese New Year. City police have further limited which types of firecrackers can be sold and used in the capital. China uses a 4-category system for fireworks. Previously, only the most powerful Class A category was prohibited within the boundaries. But this year, slightly smaller Class B firecrackers were also added to the list. Newly developed remotely operated fireworks have also been banned from the capital this year over fears they could be set off by other electronic devices. Fireworks will also be banned within 200 feet of any gas station. City residents will be able to buy firecrackers at designated sales points within the 5th Ring Road from February 7th to 28th, covering the entire festive period. Now, the Yangtze Evening News has the story of a surprise truck driver who watched his rig turn into an impromptu New Year barbecue. 4,000 pounds of what had been frozen chicken spilled freshly roasted from the truck after it caught fire on the Nanjing-Lianyungang Expressway on New Year's Eve. The truck driver told the paper he was underneath the truck changing a tyre when he saw black smoke rising from the hood. Even more upset were the 2 owners of the cargo, who could do nothing but watch as almost $60,000 worth of chicken went up in smoke before their eyes. The Global Times has a report on a self-taught artist and sculptor who is sculpting a clay reproduction of an iconic Chinese painting. Qin Shiping's massive 2/3 life-size work will be a tribute to riverside scenes in Qingming Festival by Song Dynasty artist Zhuang Ziduan. The classic painting is a detailed record of daily life in China almost 1,000 years ago amidst the backdrop of the Tomb Sweeping Festival. One of China's best-known artworks, it's famous for its intricate portrayal of the scene and the 800-plus figures it contains. Qin, a former real estate developer, has hired 2 other sculptors and more than 100 assistants and hopes to finish his mega-sculpture by 2011. The $1.5 million project is located in an upscale residential complex in the city of Tangshan. China News reports on an 800-year-old merchant ship discovered after resting on the floor of the South China Sea for centuries. It's now on display at a new museum in Guangdong province. The 95-foot wooden vessel, christened the Nanhai, meaning South Sea, now lies in its very own Crystal Palace. This is a special toughened glass container inside the Marine Silk Road Museum in the city of Yangjiang. The ship remains covered by water, and the environmental conditions, right down to water temperature, pressure and consistency, remain exactly the same as the sea where the ship was found back in 1987. But 2 underwater sightseeing corridors and a platform have been built into the glass pool. And through this unique design, visitors can see what the ship looked like before it was raised from the sea and how the underwater archaeologists carried out their work. Now, the story of the monk with marriage plans. For the last week, this man in monk's habit has been holding up a sign headed "Monk Seeks Wife" in a busy square in the central Chinese city of Zhengzhou. According to the Henan Business Daily, the monk says despite years of wandering, he's not broken free from the bonds of this world and realises he needs a wife. And on the practical side, he lists his requirements. Candidates should be between 20 and 30, fertile and as beautiful as movie star Zhang Ziyi. The notice ends. Nuns and married women need not apply and lists an instant messenger number for contact information. However, when a reporter tried the number, the owner said he was already happily married, quite secular, and knew nothing about a lonely monk. With the Year of the Tiger fast approaching, tiger items are hot sellers. And the Changsha Evening News reports that the city zoo is cashing in on the trend by offering genuine tiger whiskers as lucky tokens to ward off evil. They're especially useful for drivers and children, according to a notice in the zoo. But animal lovers need not be concerned. The whiskers are not cut or plucked from the tigers. An employee told the paper that instead they're simply collected from the ground after they are shed. And the prices aren't that wild either. They range from around $4 for the shorter ones up to just a whisker under $15 for a magnificent 8-inch long example. And that's today's Media Watch. Indeed, that's all for now from the team here at BON News. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next.